Okay, so in this first exercise, we're going to get Scratch here to glide from the left-hand side of the screen all the way across to the right. And to do that, first of all, we need to place Scratch in our starting position. Now, when we run our code, we don't want to have to replace Scratch every single time, but that's okay. There's a line of code that can do that for us. So if we see this block here that says go to x minus 2.1 and y 18, if we have a look over here, this matches the coordinates that Scratch is at here. So if I put this here, then that will make sure Scratch goes to our start position. And we can test that code. If I pop Scratch over here and double click, he's gone back to our starting position. If I place him over here, again, he's gone back to our starting position. So we know our line of code, our piece of code works there. The next thing we need to do is we need to move Scratch forward. So we're going to take our move forward 10 steps, and if we go into control flow, we can see we don't want to wait, we don't want to use a repeat loop, and we'll come to why that is later. So we want to use a forever loop, we want to use a repeat loop. So we're going to take that and we're going to drop that in and place the move forward inside our repeat loop. So in our code, this tells us we go to our starting position, and 10 times we're going to repeat the command move forward 10 steps. So let's test this code. Okay, so we've got to about a quarter of the way there. It's not quite enough. So I'm going to increase the repeat variable. I'm going to change that to 40. I'm going to test that line of code. Okay, so he's nearly there. Say maybe another 3, so we'll say 43. And run that, and there we go, he goes all the way across. The final thing we need to do is we need to make sure we have an input for our program. So in events, I can use when the flag is clicked, and that will start my code, or I can use when keyboard key is pressed. So in this case, when space is pressed, I'm going to try that now. And that works, and we can change that to any key on our keyboard, or specifically any key on our keyboard. So right now I'm going to press number 4 and it's worked. I'm going to press the letter P and it's worked. I'm going to press the shift key and it's worked. Or if I remove this piece of code, I can use when this sprite is clicked. So when I click on Scratch, he glides across. And that's our first exercise done.